Won't you take me home? God, I never liked Guns N' Roses. Well, at any rate, welcome to game number 8 in my 20 from 1989 series. And this is a very cool overhead fixed racing or fixed screen racing game, much like the old Atari Sprint series. And this is called Ironman Ivan Stewart Super Off-Road. This was created by the Leland Corporation. And it's very cool. The graphics certainly don't knock your socks off. But the action is really where it's at. You can play up to 3 players simultaneous play. Player 1 is red, player 2 is yellow, and player 3 is blue. And you race trucks. And there is a 4th racer, and that is Ironman Ivan Stewart himself, who was a 7-time Score International Driver of the Year. So yeah, he's a real person. But he drives the gray truck. And he is going to be your chief rival. He's going to be a thorn in your side much of the game. The better you get, the tougher he is an opponent. And the game will adjust the difficulty to how skilled you are. If you kind of suck, then he's gonna give you some slack for sure. This was very popular, and it's easy to see why. It's a very fun game. I love the music. The music really does it for me. Really sets the mood. But there are 7 different courses that you can race. There is Fandango, Huevos Grande, Big Dukes, Blaster, Sidewinder, Hurricane Gulch, and Cliffhanger. And there are various potholes and things that can be kind of tough obstacles. A bunch of bumps in the road, sometimes water pits. But yeah, remember that Ivan Stewart is the gray car. Now, you don't get points in this game, you get money. And you use the money at the garage or mechanic shop. Or they call it Iron Man's Speed Shop. And here you can use the money to upgrade your car. You can upgrade your Nitro, and the Nitro is what gives you a speed boost. And I think there's a button on the steering wheel that you press to give yourself a boost of faster speed. And it's limited. You can run out, but you can always buy more at the shop. And the game actually starts you with a whole bunch. You can also improve your acceleration, your top speed, your tires, your shocks, or you can just elect to start the next race. And the game lets you put your initials in to start the game, instead of, initials at the end of a game like normal. And the Leland Corporation would do this with a number of their games. And also select your birth date. And all this information is actually kind of important because the game can use it to recognize your fastest times in the game or in your previous game or games. Kind of cool. But yeah, your chief rival will be the gray car, and that is Ivan Ironman Stewart himself. But you will see that there is a little card at the center left, and it shows the lap that you are on, and you have to complete 4 laps. And it'll also show how much nitro you have left. But use your nitro kind of sparingly. I would only use it on like straightaways and when you're going over a ramp. And try to upgrade your tires, because they can help tighten your turning. And if you come off of a boost, of a nitro boost, and you're heading towards a turn, if you can get that tight steering and make it without hitting the wall, you can continue on with your turbo boost a little bit longer than you might think and pick up some serious speed. Now, you have to keep making first place if you want to go to the next race without having to spend a continue. If you do spend a continue, you can get yourself some extra money. And if you add additional credits, you can get yourself even more money. This game really is pretty cool. The first time I looked at it, I was just like, oh, it's another Sprint clone. But no, not quite. It's got some cool little surprises. Yeah, I like to use the turbo boost, like I said, right on those ramps or jumps. And there will be, I might not have mentioned this yet, there will be icons that will appear during the race intermittently. And you can run over those icons and they will either give you extra money, as in a bag of gold, or they will give you more Nitros. And it appears as an icon that I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe it's a shocks or something, I'm not sure. But there will be various things that can kind of hamper your speed on the tracks, like water pits or bumps, potholes. Later on, there will be a course that has big boulders that you can slam into. You will hear a honk when you are on your last lap as you cross that finish line. But yeah, whether or not you have to spend a continue, you will still be able to go to the mechanic shop. And like I said, if you continue, the game will give you extra money to use. And on that high score list, it showed the money that you accrued, and that is throughout your gameplay. So even like if you had to spend a continue, that would all count. All the money that you accrued, whether you spent it or not, it'll be part of your high score, which is kind of cool. The more that you run over those icons, the more lucrative they are. So like if you got just like 2 Nitros after running over one whatever icon it is, then the next time you run over it, it might be 3 Nitros and then maybe 4 Nitros. Same with the money increasing like that. I like the animation of the flag poles. If you slam into them or bump up against them, you'll see them wiggle. And there I got first place again. Now, you can choose a different country of origin, and you will hear a different anthem being played in between the races. You know, when you stand with your trophy. I dig the ridiculously busty models in this game. they make me laugh far more than titillate me. But the graphics are kind of crude anyway. But I remember seeing this at an Oregon Coast arcade, which is still there, kind of a tourist attraction called Funland, I think it's still called. But I saw this there. Wasn't sure what to make of it. I don't think I played it on the spot, but I played it later in the early days of MAME. And I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. I hate this course. I hate the water traps, and especially this course with a big old water trap. I'm trying to use my Nitros, and I just couldn't quite catch Ivan Stewart. I was never a fan of racing, so I didn't know about him until this game came out. Not a fan of off-road racing or monster truck whatever or NASCAR or any of that, or drag racing. None of it's really my cup of tea. yeah, there is a maximum of upgrades that you can have for each car part, and you'll see a meter, and once that's filled up, then you can't upgrade that part anymore. Yeah, you have limited nitros, and like I said, you can see that card that shows your laps and your nitros remaining. And if you run out of nitros, you can either collect more on the course when that particular icon shows up, or you can buy more at the shop. Now, courses will be replayed multiple times, and there might be additional difficulties added. You might start facing the other way on the course, or at the starting position. There is an upgrade pack, which I might not have mentioned, an upgrade kit called Ironman Ivan Stewart Super Off-Road Track Pack, and that gives you 8 all-new courses, and you get to select whether or not you want to drive as a truck or as a dune buggy. Very cool. I don't recall coming across the track pack. I think I just saw the original. Some kids got kind of intrigued by the incredibly busty models in this game, but the graphics were so crude that it just seemed kind of funny to me. This came out same year that I graduated high school. Yeah, this was very popular. This had a Nintendo Entertainment System port that I played quite a bit. I rented it, but I played it a lot. It was a lot of fun. Pretty faithful from what I can remember. The graphics weren't as good as the arcade. Not that the graphics are terrific in the arcade version, but I remember getting really far on that. I remember using the Nitros at just the right time. I would imagine the NES port was way easier than the arcade. Not that the arcade's super hard or anything, but Ironman Stewart will definitely start to get the better of you. Like I said, the game seems to adjust the difficulty with your capability. But yeah, this is definitely fun. If you've played the sprint games and enjoyed them, you should definitely enjoy this. We will look a little bit later at the track pack version and all of their new tracks, and me playing as a dune buggy. There will be some tracks where cars will definitely start to get in your way and can bump you out of position rather easily. Ah, crap. Well, screw that. Or if you're driving too fast, then you can really screw yourself over. Yeah, I chose not to continue at this point, but we will see the tracks that I did not cover thus far. Hey, got first place. Yeah, see, all that money that you accrue during gameplay is added to your score, not just how much you have left over. And yeah, we'll look at the remaining courses that I did not go through. Yeah, that sucks. You can get knocked off of that central path by the other cars very easily. Really sucks. Yeah, the sound effects and the music. Oh, god damn it! The sound effects and the music are my biggest pluses for this game. The gameplay's pretty good too. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that course there. And this is another course. This is Hurricane Gulch here. And this one's very, very tough. There will be sometimes when you can take a little bit of a shortcut. And you'll see that eventually. I mean, there's little directions you could go that might save you a little bit of time instead of having to go the long way around. But yeah, if you get tight turning from upgrading your tires, you can use your turbo at just the right time, and you can turn sharply to avoid hitting a wall, and you'll continue with increased speed a little bit longer than you might have thought possible. And that can really put some distance between you and Mr. Stewart. Hey, got first place. And this one I really don't like either. Or no, this one's okay. There was another one, maybe I'm thinking of the track pack version. But this course is called Cliffhanger. Well, actually, yeah, I do not like this. It's so easy to fall off the high roads. Sometimes this game is a little bit confusing on where you need to go, or whether you need to go a certain direction or you need to go around a certain pole or what. Because if you don't go the right way, the game will not reflect it on your lap number. See, I keep falling off that ledge there. I'm going too damn fast. The controls are just a steering wheel, a gas pedal, and like I said, I think there is a button on the steering wheel that lets you do the Nitro boost. And you need to press that to use the Nitro. Okay, now we're going to look at Off-Road Track Pack, or Ironman Ivan Stewart's Super Off-Road Track Pack. And see there it says new 8 new tracks or whatever it says. But yeah, you can choose a dune buggy or a truck. And like I was saying, I think I might have said earlier, you can insert credits to give yourself money, like during the speed shop sequences where you're picking out which part to upgrade. Just keep giving yourself credits and you'll get more money. Yeah, this was kind of a motif of a number of Leland Corporation games where you'd put in your initials at the beginning and your birthday. And yeah, you can choose different countries to have as your country of origin, and there will be a national anthem of your country being played after a race if you won first place. And the courses of the track pack are called Redoubt About. Some of these course names are kind of stupid. And then there's Rio Trio. And I guess it's named Rio Trio because there's like multiple different big bodies of water, almost like lakes. And they really slow you down if you try to drive all the way through them. And then there is Leapin' Lizards, and this has big old ramps for you to drive up. I guess that's why it's called Leapin' Lizards. You can do a shortcut right over those hills there. You don't have to go around them. Sometimes it's hard to know what you can go through, what you can't, in order to be able to make your lap count. And then there is a cutoff pass. And yeah, there's a you can either go up that big hill there, or you can go behind it. And you can go over those big bumps there, or you can go to the left of them to get to the finish line. This game has some really cool touches to it. I enjoy it. And then there is this Volcano Valley. But yeah, this is definitely going to be of interest to people who have played the Sprint games by Atari, but they'll be happy to know that there's some neat little additions. And yeah, here's me. Here's the dune buggy, or where you can select the dune buggy. I like using the dune buggy. Again, the birth date. See, there's all the stats that the game kept for me. Kind of cool. And here's the rest of the courses. This is a pig bog. I don't know why the hell they call it that. That's kind of stupid. But yeah, this is where it gets kind of confusing. It's kind of hard to know if you need to make a full circle around each of those numbers, 1 through 4, and then go through the finish line. Yeah, it's not always clear cut. And then there is a shortcut. And there is a shortcut. Geez, look how fast Mr. Stewart is going. I must have done pretty well at this point for him to just be flying like that. But yeah, you can choose an alternate path on this course. And now here is Boulder Hill. Look at all those rock formations that you can slam into. Very easy to get slowed down on this course. And then I think this is the last one. I think we've seen all the other ones. And yet the directions may reverse when the courses are repeated later on. You know, a little bit of variety. I believe the game is endless. It will just repeat the courses over and over and over. And like I said, some of them may reverse the directions that you have to go. You might start facing the other way. And that's the track pack. And here are the national anthems from the other countries. Or a little clip of them. But yeah, the countries that you can have as your origin are USA, Mexico, Canada, Japan, Italy, Germany, Britain, and France. But I just wanted to play the different anthems for you. You get a pose at the podium with the busty lady. But that was Ironman, Ivan Stewart's Super Off-Road and Track Pack. This was game number 8 in our 20 from 1989 series, created by the Leland Corporation. Well, I thank you for watching. Hope you join me soon for game number 7. See you later, folks. I promise.